you dancing at home? Because if you're not participating. We need you dancing, folks. And we're gonna need you to send some video of you dancing. Probably should have told you that ahead of time. Yes. Requirement from this point on for even watching the Bob Doyle Show, which, by the way, you should, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and click that bell. And then all day you'll feel just swell. You're all going to need to learn to master that too. It's the diagonal snap. What's it called? I don't know, man, but it is the best dance on the planet. It's the dance that the Bob Doyle Show was founded on. The Bob Doyle Show wasn't found on a dance. You didn't really think that, did you? So, hi, it's me, Bob Doyle, and what a day we have in store for you. I've got so much planned. This is like crazy. But here's the other problem. No one's saying hello. If you'll see here, we've got Lisbeth who said hello before the thing started. So what we need from all of you is a little bit of a, hi, I'm here. Because I'm not gonna, this is too good. This is too good. I got to know you're there. I got to know that you're ready to consume. Folks, we're doing an Apptacular segment. A little preview. Apptacular, we're going to go through three apps that I think are super cool. Who's into it? Anyone? Hello, crickets, chirp, chirp. Here we go. We got Lisbeth saying hello again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know that we have to let the internet do its thing and tell everybody, hey, the Bob Doyle Show's on. Stop what you're doing. Finish up that oatmeal. Did you put pecans in it? I suggest maple syrup as the sweetener instead of sugar. All that stuff. I'm peeking. I'm trying to covertly peek over here to see. Didn't comment yet? No. There's a lot to cover. So with the apps that we're going to do, and we're going to do that in a few minutes. I do have a few announcements that are time sensitive, so I'm going to tell you about them. It's just stuff that you may or may not be totally excited about, but I suggest that you follow up on them. But I'm just a little concerned here that nobody's here. Let me go check over here in Facebook, where the Bob Doyle Show. There's the thing. Clicking play. Oh look, do you hear?
I suggest you follow
mute. So Lisbeth is actually, she's communicated in both Facebook and YouTube. A true team player, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a second. I want to make sure that
Facebook and YouTube, a true team player, ladies and gentlemen.
what is happening here. Oh, I'm watching on YouTube now. Stop. We could just keep doing this tunnel. It is a mute. There. Now I got everything I need. It's all good. Guys, this is just how it works sometimes. Because we are broadcasting in multiple places at the same time. We've got links we're going to share. We've got... It's just... Look. Oh, look. Okay. So I need to go over here back again to the comments. I have so many tabs open on my browser, you would not believe. And this is the one tab we've got. And it's just me and Lisbeth enjoying the Bob Doyle Show right now. It's just me and her. As far as I know, that's all that's watching. I have no idea. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start making these announcements. So, right after the show, so right now it's 8:04 a.m. Pacific time. Hold on, I have to go find the right. There's Kathy saying hello. Okay. So there's people out there. This is good. We'll show that in a second. I was a little premature. So at 9:30 this morning, I'll be going live with my friend Sammy Blundell, who, Sammy's so great. And I'm actually going to be speaking at an event in Manchester. I keep saying London. In Manchester in December. And the reason I haven't told you about it is because I figured, it's in Manchester. But now come to find out that there's a live stream version. So what should I tell you about first? I guess I'll tell you about the event first. Hold on. It's called da 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 da, and this is the theme song to it. Vision, Voice, and Visibility 2019. There's Sammy right there, and look, there's me looking like a goof. I'm going to MC this thing. I'm going to MC it. 3 days of me going, hey, everybody, welcome to the thing. Now, all these people, one by one. And I'm getting to know all of these people, so I won't be an idiot up there. I'm very excited about that. Scroll down. Look, there's me being a goof again. Those pictures. Why? Why does everyone use those pictures? Look, I still got the little flip behind my ear. That purple shirt, I don't even know where that is. Anyway, I'm gonna, now this is the awkward part, because I'm gonna put links in both the chat rooms, one on Facebook and one on YouTube, and it takes a little copy and paste. If I had a producer, the producer could do this, but I'm my own producer today. So let me scroll down here so that I can get to the chat window. And over on YouTube, you're going to get it first. Here we go. Boom. There's the link to the event in Manchester. And you can either go to Manchester or you can live stream it, comment. And I'm going to put it in here too. I know this is a little bit tedious. We're going to get into Apptacular in a little bit, but you know, these are the things I got to do. All right. So now, hey, someone's listening to the Bob Doyle Show live on their mobile device. That's what I like. We need thousands of you doing that. Okay, all clear. We'll go back to the comments and find out. Oh, we've got some activity going finally. Oh, it's just me. It's still me, Kathy, and Lisbeth. What's going on? Does everybody not know it's Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock? Guys, I have to show you something. You're not even going to believe it. This is the weather map here in Vegas right now. This is the weather map in Las Vegas. This is where I am. It's raining. It's raining, and it has been raining all night long. Big deal, Bob. It rains. Not here. We haven't rained. Here's the thing. There's furniture that I put out on my back patio that should not get wet. And I put that out there months ago. Not thinking about it. I knew it was going to rain tonight. We even talked about it. Tracy and I talked about it on our live yesterday. This shouldn't have been a surprise. But it just wasn't clicking. And so now what I have out there is a bunch of wet furniture, ladies and gentlemen. She's looking at me like, you're allowed. People know you exist. You can talk.
Should I go get the furniture?
It's too late now. It's saturated. So that's the way that works. All right, let me go back to your comments. There's no, because I'm using all, you don't need to know this. So where Kathy is in Reno, and it's snowing where she is, lightly. Kosen, hello. I hope I said your name right. Welcome, a new viewer as far as I know. Watching over there on Facebook, where you can't, there's some way that you can, like, you know, make sure you're notified every time we go live. If you're on the Bob Doyle Show page, just like it or something. There's got to be a way. The past 3, or was it the past 2, where we got over 1,000 viewers, 1,000 views. It's crazy what's going on. So we don't know if it's going to happen again today, but we're hoping. Why am I getting notifications? I turned notifications off because we're going to be sharing my phone screen a lot today. Sorry, I'm just picking at my eye, but it's uncomfortable. Now it's more comfortable. All right. All right, so I've told you about that. Now, I told you about the event. Now, in anticipation of the event, now I have to copy another thing, another link, and I'm going to go over here and put it in. First on YouTube, and then over here on Facebook, I think. Now, this is a link to a Facebook group where I'll be speaking live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific this very morning. That's right. So you'll watch the Bob Doyle Show, which is what you're doing now, and then you'll take a break, you'll get some coffee or whatever you're going to get, and then you'll come back and go to that link. Now, here's why you would watch that. If you're an entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, well, you know, maybe you want to watch it anyway because it's me, right? But you got to join this group. It's called How to Build a Brand, and it's really about building brands. Now, if you are an entrepreneur, a budding entrepreneur, by all means, number one, go to the group, join, and start learning stuff from Sammy. You will be blown away. She gives away so much free content. It's really... trust me. So you can go watch this at 9:30 like a good person. Okay? Or you can just be a bad person and not watch it. Whatever you want to do. It's your life. However you want to. Me, I'm into self-love. Okay? So I do things that I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. That's 2 of the 3 announcements done. I'm going to give you one more announcement, And then we're going to get into the meat of the show. Even though this show is 99.9% vegetarian, you're allowed to laugh out loud. One day we'll have to talk about Tracy's degrees of laughter. Like I'll say I think one day just came. Like I'll say something, and it's supposed to be funny or whatever, in my mind. And her response can vary. It can be a full-on laugh if I have her full attention, or she could be kind of like this while I'm telling the joke, and then she goes, and so from day one, I started calling her out on that. Like, hey, that's you gave me 20% of your attention just then. 20, 30, 40. So now it's this whole, you'll see. One of these days, maybe we'll be under a tree, and I'll say something, and she'll be distracted, and she'll give me a percentage of a reaction, and I'll call her out. The good news is, she's an awesome sport about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hand it to her. She is cheering for herself as she should. See, more self-love. This show is all about self-love. You didn't know that, did you? Well, now you do. That's the real secret. All right, hold on. We've got too many tabs, but let's just check back in with your comments because that's part of the fun. Welcome to Setso in Molefe. Wow. In South Africa as well. Okay, we've got new folks here. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to, subscribe. Oh, well, you're on Facebook, so nothing to subscribe to really, but you can like the page and tell all your friends about this. Now, one more announcement, like I said. You ready? So let me go get this. I got last link. This is the last of the awkward copying and pasting. I promise. We'll go first to YouTube. Why am I going to YouTube first? Is it my favorite? No. I don't know why I'm doing it. Because I'm crazy that way. One more link. See, I would have put these links in the description, but then of course no one would know about the show because that's how Facebook rolls, ladies and gentlemen. No, don't applaud for that. It's a pain in the butt. All right, so what I gave you a link to is a podcast appearance I was on it dropped yesterday. Now, this is J.V. Crum, the third Conscious Millionaire podcast. What's unique about this podcast, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if you zoomed right in, which we're not going to, you'll see that I am episode 1602, ladies and gentlemen. That's... What does it tell you? Come on, what does it tell you? It tells you this guy's been around a while. He's talked to all of my colleagues and then some. It is a really good podcast. And he's got it structured in such a way. Anyway, you guys just go listen. I just gave you the link. I would highly recommend going to listen to the podcast because it's me, your good buddy Bob. And JV's great. And I think that if you were to subscribe to his podcast and see all the people he's talked to, it's, I don't know that you could binge 1,602 episodes. Start with mine, because I told you about it. That seems fair. And then you can listen to some of the others. Who promises to listen to mine first? Let's go to your comments and see who's going to type I promise first. Who is going to type I promise first? Now, of course, we have to wait for my actually asking you to say it to get to you, and there's the whole delay. And then you have to type it. So I'm watching for this to go from Kathy saying awesome to someone saying I promise. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be you? Or you? Or maybe you? I'm still waiting. And then we're going to get into Apptacular. But I'm not moving on until somebody promises me that they'll go to JV Crum's page where I just gave you the link, so you got no excuses. And you're going to listen to my podcast interview first. Is that so much to ask? Apparently, it's a lot to ask. Because people are like, I would type it, but number one, I can't make that promise. And number two, my keyboard's all the way over there. I don't know why you're talking like this. Okay, we got several promises. We got two from Lisbeth and Kathy. The entirety of my audience, maybe? If you're new here and you're just kind of watching the Bob Doyle show in the background, I get it. Because it's just like, well, what is this even? But I'll tell you what it is. What we do is we come in here and we just hang out together. We're all friends, all of us, right? And when you come here, all right, awesome. We got another promise. Thank you, Rachel. Promises. You made me a promises. I know you thought, hey, it's the guy from that band, from that decade. Nope, it was just me being a super good impressionist. All right, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for the announcements. And so what I'm going to do now is we're going to transition into the Apptacular segment of this show, which is what the show is all about. I've got 3 apps in 45 minutes. Does that mean we'll spend 15 minutes on each app? I don't think so. That seems. And Karan, is that what I've said? It's Karen. No, Kosin. I can't read. Has also joined the promising fray. I love it. Thank you for all the promises. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to remember because I had to set up a whole new thing for this. Let's see if we can go to the Apptacular segment of the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I share with you apps that I think are absolutely spectacular. And of course, today I have a guest with me, the amazing Miss Tracy.
Good morning.
All right, let's stop the music because it's really loud. And we'll stop talking like this, but it's so fun. Come on, Tracy, why don't you do it,
It
too?
is so fun. No,
No. Come on, you got a little nasal.
just the nose.
Yeah, welcome back, Tacular. Say that.
Whack-a-mac-tacular.
Wow.
I don't know.
Is that what I
It's really
sound
bad.
like?
No, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
So I'm
All right.
doing a watch party too. So
Watch parties.
watch party.
We sang that together as if that's a well-established theme, but it's not. All right,
We
so
just
Lee
made it
Smith
up.
says we are most of the time here. Okay, good. All right, awesome. All right. Now,
Sabrina.
3 apps I'm gonna share with you. They're all
Really?
visual in nature, and I'm gonna tell you right now, which I didn't say in the thing. All of these are iOS, and I think they all may be iOS only. Now, maybe one of them, maybe the last. I know,
What
maybe
about
the.
Asteroid?
Sorry, you're gonna have to change platforms. I think maybe the third one.
I did not know this. I would not have subscribed for this.
Too bad. That's what I thought, and that's why I said nothing.
You're so
So we're going to go through these 3 apps, and if you are on iOS, I highly recommend you go get them. If you like photography and pictures and stuff like this. Now, 1 or 2 of these I have, 1 or 2 of the 3 I have shared already on the show. However, one of them has such a significant update and addition, it's totally worth doing again. And that's the third one. That's the big finish. It's just an amazing app. You're going to love it. And then I think the second one is one I've definitely shared before, and it's crazy and weird, but it's so crazy and weird I just have to do it again, and we're gonna have fun with Tracy's beautiful face. All right, and
I get to be
but we're starting now with just a photo app, a camera app for iOS that helps you to create these amazing pictures. Now, you know how if you're an iOS user, and I don't know if Android has something like this, but the iOS, the more recent iterations of the phone have something called portrait mode, and what that allows the camera to do is, clearly focus in on the face and then give the blurred background, that depth of field, right? And it just makes the image
crisp and beautiful and
yes.
just professional and stunning. It's lovely.
In fact, let's take a look at what we're talking about. This is just an example of an actual shot that was done with portrait view at Exploration Peak Park. Mm-hmm. So it automatically focuses in on my face, and then it blurs. Ooh, I don't like doing that. Blurs the background. I think here's another one, another example. Same idea, right? So it does that automatically. Now, but the problem is I have an iPhone 8.
I'm gonna look up the app and see if I can find it on Android.
I think we did that already. The app I'm about to show you is called Focus.
Oh, we did.
And I'm going to find it first on here because I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally share my screen. This is my phone, and there's pictures involved in this thing, so we got to be careful about what I show on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Did you look at those ahead of time?
I did.
Oh. Okay, so if there's anything...
I removed and look, you guys, before you start going weird places, it's just because sometimes I test apps on her face and she ends up looking like some sort of monster. And I don't
Really
think she...
bad, actually. Very, 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 very bad.
Anyway, we'll be seeing some of that.
Not those.
No, we're going to create them here in
Oh,
the
fun!
in
We're
real
gonna
time.
create really bad photos. Great.
All right, now here, but what I was saying was that portrait mode only works on this front-facing or rear camera. All right, so I have to be, like this to take up well, let's just do it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share the screen. All right. So now I'm just gonna take this picture of Tracy, and I'm gonna go into portrait mode. Whoa, which changes things.
Okay.
And I have to, so you can already kind of see what it's doing there. All right. So now when we go into that, you can see that the background is faded out, right? But now if I was to take a picture of myself...
And superimpose it?
Uh,
Could you do that?
if I took a picture of myself here, this camera does not do that blur. I just take a picture, right? And there's no, if I look at the picture, everything's still focused, right? Because it's not, this camera doesn't do focus mode. Is every, beautiful nails, Tracy Leesmith says.
Thanks!
Everybody on board so far? Yes, everybody's good on board, so you understand. Now, this app is called Focos, F-O-C-O-S, F-O-C-O-S.
So I just looked on the Android and it's not there, but there are other varieties of it. So
Things that do this
the
thing.
same. Mm-hmm.
So what this allows you to do is not only, this isn't just for, well, let me just show you. I can take a picture with the camera in here, like right now, or I can bring in another photo that I've already taken, like this one.
Okay.
And it will go ahead and calculate the depth of field. And so now I can move this slider, and you can see that the background goes in and out of focus, even though I didn't use that camera, right? So that just, you can see it just makes that pop, right? It just makes it pop. But here's a couple of really cool things. And this is not going to be an extensive tutorial on this thing, because this thing does a lot of different things. But I can, if I tap the screen on, let's say, the purple towel back there, the focus will shift. It will automatically refocus everything, so that's what's in focus. So I can click anywhere on the image, and that's where it's going to focus. Now watch what it's doing here. If, oh, hold on. There's something called bokeh, which, why are you laughing?
Okay, just look.
This picture doesn't have a really good example of it, so I'm going to skip that for right now. But the way that you can play with this, after the fact, like you can change the lenses, which will do a subtle change into the background and how some of the reflections are done. But if we get into lighting, now watch this. You can see that I can change the lighting on the picture, but I can also move the picture around, and you see how it's broken it up into depth. You see where it's...
Oh my goodness, that's
So it's basically constructed 3 dimensions for the image, and then that's how it knows what to do. So I'm affecting the sunlight here, so I can brighten the image. But watch this. I can actually add a new light of a various kind, like let's say a flashlight, and I can move that flashlight around, and you can see how it's making a little dot. Whoops.
Wow.
You can see how it's kind of shining a flash. Now, unfortunately, I want to move it back, and I don't know how to do that. I really just discovered this. But basically, you can add lights to the scene. You can change the target. See what I'm doing there? Mm-hmm. I'm aiming where it is. And then when I'm done, that light has been added to the image, right? As if there was a light shining on my face. Pretty cool, huh?
Very
hey! Cool. Oh, Terry. Hi, beautiful people yourself. You fooled me.
Hi,
I thought it
Terry.
was Valerie at first. So other different ways you can play with the image, with making it vivid and so on. Again, changing the lighting, and then these various effects. And again,
that's cool.
We've got this whole thing. So now I can add. Right now we have that back bokeh and we've added lighting, but I can add another effect like a soft glow to the image. Do you see how that added that soft glow? I can change how deep that goes. I can talk about, what am I saying talk about for?
I don't know talk about.
I don't know talk
I
about.
don't know talk about.
But again, say I can make those adjustments and add that glow layer and add that.
That's really cool.
I can add a vignette.
Ooh.
Right? So see that how that's doing? Mm-hmm. And then save all of that. And now I've got a totally different image than the one I've got, which pops more.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I see.
No, Terry, you didn't miss. You didn't miss all the fun stuff. I've just started talking about the Focos app.
We're only on app 1. There's 2 more.
There's one other setting along the bottom, which is a paintbrush, and that's identifying what is actually in focus.
In case you want to look like an alien.
So you can actually move the focus point from the rear to the front of the scene. So it's really, really, really freaking sophisticated. So that you can create these portrait-type portrait-type photographs, even if you don't have a portrait phone, because it analyzes a 2-dimensional image already. Now, if I was to take a new picture, well, this will be interesting because we've got a couple of various, we've got lots of depth. So we'll just take this picture. Now it's calculating the depth of field, so it knows what to blur.
Okay.
So see, it's blurred out. It's seen. Tracy and I are still in focus, but now I can, really blur out the background and then do all those effects. So it just makes every image. Now, of course, we're not in a very professional background right there, but it just makes every image pop a little bit more. Now, Terry, you did miss the part where we said this is iOS only. Sorry about that.
Yeah, there is Android versions of it. There's a DLSR something or whatever.
DSLR, probably.
Something.
Yeah.
Whatever he just said. So there are other options, but it's very much.
Now I'll put in after we're done with this. I'll get links to like the app stores or whatever so that you can go find these things. But I just wanted to minimize the links I put in descriptions because then nobody hears about the thing. So that's basically the essence of Focos. It's a really, really super cool. I use it all the time.
Every day.
I mean, every picture I take that has a person in it, I run that filter on it because it just makes everything look
sharp and cool.
Yeah,
and
like
beautiful.
it was done with a professional camera. So
Right.
I absolutely recommend FOCOS as app number 1. And to answer your question, no. But we'll see.
But
Maybe.
happy birthday!
Well, hey, everybody sit down.
Okay.
That's right, a day late. And I want to say hello to everybody watching on the watch party that Tracy started here on her phone. And I'm sorry that
I'm trying to keep up, but it's really.
She's watching your comments,
Yeah,
obviously.
I'm trying.
I am, of course, 100% engaged with you. Where is everybody on YouTube?
YouTube. Is it?
Yeah,
is it
there's
streaming?
all the comments. Yes, it's streaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have an Android, so we got one of each.
Hold on, let me just look.
Although he's trying to convince
Yeah,
me.
see, there we are. But
turn
nobody's
over.
over on YouTube. All right. So here's your comments. We got a long string from Terry, right? All right, we're getting ready to move on
Yep, next
to
one.
app number 2. Now this, guys, this is so fun.
My.
I don't think I've ever shared this one now that I think about it. I just realized that the one that was going to make you all goofy, I'm not doing that one. I'm doing this one instead, and then I'm going to do my favorite one. So you're safe.
Yay!
We'll do the goofy one another time. Now, I think you're probably all familiar with Jibjab, right?
Right.
Jibjab, where, the
all
greeting
dance
cards and stuff, you put your
around.
face on an animated thing, and then you send it, hilarity ensues, we all have a great time. Did you see
That's been for a long time. That's an old one.
But, of course, there's fees involved if you do,
Oh, are there? Of course.
Yeah, you got to subscribe, and, if you're
Of
going to send
course.
good ones. Well, the people who created Jibjab have created this app called Jibjab.
No way.
Oh, yes way, ladies and gentlemen. It allows you to make your own custom animated GIFs with pictures of your friends, family, and, as you'll see, dogs. So let's go into the app right now. So this is what it looks like. Now you can see right away along the bottom. So think of this as a GIF builder. Okay? So you can change the background by clicking the buttons along the top here.
Okay.
There's images that they already
I wanna
have
be
in
there.
there. You want to be there, and you
be
can
there.
also import your own images too. And
I wanna be
any image you have can be the
perfect.
background. So we say done on that. But let me just show you categorized by in categories. So GIFs related to love,
Aww.
and you'll see along the top there's a search bar, so you can search for any kind of animated
squeezing
a hot dog. He's having fun with the sound.
Okay.
So see, now I brought that. Oh, and that's not a guy. That's Harper. That's your dog.
That's really disturbing.
And there's Harper dancing with the sandwich.
Oh my god.
All right, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let me just start all over here. We'll go back to topics. So you
Oh
can
my God.
again, you're just building up these GIFs based on GIFs that you can find, like this little girl here. And then you just keep adding things, including phrases. You can add your own text, B-O-B, done. I think you can flip this and now move this around. Isn't that
Crazy.
Honey Boo Boo?
Oh, maybe.
So I should have said
Boo-boo
Bob
instead of
Bob or
Bob
something. Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
you can change that. Is everybody having fun with this? Okay.
Just
And-
imagine the possibilities of all the cool things that you can do for like holidays.
So you
like
can
what a cool gift.
So you can just keep adding all of this. Now, but here's where it gets fun. The GIF jabs, or the GIF jabs section. this will show you all the different GIFs, I guess, that you can put a face in. And so you can see here that I have a collection of faces, mostly mine and some of my friends. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add Tracy's face in here. And then we're going to put her on some of these things. So I'm just going to click on Add Face. Perfect. I'll just line up a little bit more. Right, just like on the Jibjab or the Jibjab website. Click OK. Boom. Now you can see that all of these down here have been filled in with her face.
That's disturbing.
So now I can add...
Oh my. Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So I use this app all the time on people's birthdays.
Oh.
Instead of sending some, and if I've sent you generic ones, my apologies. But many times I will go find a picture of the person whose birthday it is, download the picture. You can also, you don't have to take the camera picture, you can also grab their faces from an image.
Okay.
Then you get their image, you do this, and now I can create a birthday card with their image in something like a cake. For example, if I go to topics and I go to birthdays, that's Thanksgiving.
Well, we were on Thanksgiving.
Right, hold on, I'm going to do start over.
Okay.
All right. And go to topics and...
So my son Anthony turns 16 tomorrow, so we totally need to do something fun.
Now, so I clicked on birthday, and you'll see along the top underneath where it's the search, there's everything related to birthday. There's you can choose just Jibjab, so just things that will put your picture in it, just phrases related to birthday, or stickers related to birthday, or just regular GIFs out there, and some of them will plug your face in. So even though this isn't a Jibjab necessarily, but it like plugs her face into this GIF.
Some of these are just disturbing.
Isn't this cool?
It's cool. So it's called Anne. It's called Jibjab.
Tommy, this is not about being bored, sir.
Bored?
This is about
Someone is bored.
This is about being highly
Creativity.
creative. That's right.
It's fun. That's
Yeah.
what this is all about.
And look, there's Tracy as a clown.
Twerking is awkward. Yes.
Now,
see, like that, and I don't like clowns.
But here's the other thing. Now if I want to put me in here, I can just choose my face, and now I can be
the clown.
No, a dancing cupcake.
Oh my gosh.
So now once you create this, you just click on the little paper airplane, and now you can share it in a variety of ways. What I generally do is I just save it as a GIF file, and then that will save on my phone, and then I can text it, I can send it through Facebook Messenger, I can post it, I can just do whatever. So it's great for Facebook Messenger because it creates a loop, and it's a birthday thing, and I could put text and say Happy Birthday Tracy on here, and there's no other one like it on the internet, right? They're not getting the old woman blowing her teeth out. They're not getting the girl throwing the pan on the floor or the cake on the floor, which I still want to know the story on that. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Well, hold on. We have to find that for Tracy because I'm sure it's in here.
My favorite is like the tired one, the little baby who just flops on the couch. It's so cute. I just watch the baby flop. It's like, when you're exhausted and you're just ready to pass out. That's it.
But look at all these. Look, just as we scroll through, you can see all of these that we can use.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I love it. Great.
Guys, if you're not downloading this right now, you got a problem.
This is fun.
So, yes, there's just so many different...
Oh, is that the one you're talking about?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's right.
102. Well, she gets that.
But there's got to be the girl who throws the cake down on the floor. I can't imagine that it's not in here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's this little girl who is in this fit of excitement. She just picks up the cake and throws it on the floor. I can't believe it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? Come on.
I don't know.
I really wanted it to happen. All right, it's not going to happen. But anyway, so that's that one, right? So you get the idea. You can create these and you can also export them as videos too. So you can just upload them and all of that. You don't have to. Yeah, Loretta's definitely getting it because she knows what's happening.
Do a cupcake river dance.
I was doing a cupcake river dance. All right. So.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, everybody sit down.
That's it.
Everybody sit down. Now.
How
are we doing? 8:35. Well,
I think I time.
We should play with this some more because... All right.
Well, you have the other app that we were...
I am. This is the big... Is there anything else that we can talk about between now and then? Like make them wait for it.
Well, that's no fun. Oh yes.
Ring for
This guy,
coffee.
Ring for coffee.
And here it is.
See, mine is the cold coffee. His is the hot coffee. He hates
All right.
cold coffee.
I do.
It's funny. Okay.
Now,
so
I
what
want
about-
you to secretly see if you can find that app in the Android store.
Okay.
All
I
right,
do
all
believe
right.
that's in there.
Okay, watch party, folks. She's going to leave you just for a second.
Just a second. Well, I'm not leaving. I think it's
You-
still goes.
Loretta doesn't know about the cake on the floor either.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Guys, come on. All right, well, Terry, you can't find Jibjab for the Android? That seems like that would be on the Android.
Well, and that's not either.
Really?
Really? Like, we should have looked these up before.
No, I was going to do it anyway. I can't help that you all made poor choices.
I way prefer the Android.
All right. I got to find...
Even though I have a Mac, which makes me insane.
I got to find a better... I want to find a new... Sorry, I see what you can't at this point. All right, so
Might be a good thing.
here, this app that I'm about to show you is unfortunately, apparently, only for iOS 2. And I'll bet you this is the one that makes you switch platforms.
It is actually a very cool app.
It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, it's really.
It takes your especially outdoor scenes and brings them to life in ways that you just won't believe.
Yeah, it's really
All
neat.
right. The name of the app is Pixaloop. Pixaloop. In fact, I'm going to get out of the app again and then launch it so you can see the screen.
And I don't see anything for Android, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm looking to see if there's anything which might be Pixamotion Loop. Maybe that.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It looks very similar. Yeah.
Video Maker, Live Wallpaper Maker.
It's possible.
This looks like it could very well be.
All right, so I'm going to show you the basic functionality of this thing. It just brings animated elements into your pictures that, again, you can save as GIF files or video files. So let me just start a new project. And with a new project, hold on, because I didn't look this over. I'm going to choose, I'm just going to pick an outdoor picture where the sky is.
photos on his.
We have fun. And I promise it's just goofy distortions, guys. Everybody relax. That's tempting. Sorry, I should have had this ready, but I figured it's fun to
Improv.
watch me.
Watch you scroll. You do realize? Oh no, not everybody can see that. Okay.
No, I did turn that off.
I see. So
Guys, I'm just trying to find- I have
Pixamotion seems to be the Android. It is. Pixamotion is the Android version of this. It's absolutely it. It's
That
the
looks
same.
actually more like, there's another app called Wurble, which that one actually looks more like.
Well, it's very, very
All right,
cool.
we're going to play with this one. This is daring. All right, this is a picture I actually took on the way to Tracy's a while back, and this is the actual... Stop it. I turned off notifications.
Notifications?
Now we'll see how this works. Now what this does, so this is a pretty cool picture anyway. I actually saw a rainbow and grabbed a picture of it. Now along the bottom here you'll see Animate, Water, Sky, Overlay, Element, Camera Effects, and Adjust. Let's go to Sky first since there's not really water in this picture. Now you'll see all these different skies along the bottom, right, to choose from. Now watch what happens when I click one. The freaking sky is replaced perfectly, leaving everything else intact. The traffic lights, everything. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till I click that arrow. Now the sky is in motion. And I can just keep going through these different cloud backgrounds, these different sky backgrounds, and now we've got that. Is that impressive?
Wow.
Or what, ladies and gentlemen?
Pixamotion does the same. I'm going through it right now. It's
Okay,
really
cool.
neat. Yeah.
So now we've got that sky. We'll go with that one. I'm going to go back now to overlay. Now overlay allows you to overlay.
Like that?
Much like it. Yeah, it's very close. Definitely look into the app that she's talking about if you're on the Android. But for example, I'm just going to go through some of these. Adding like light leak effects, got rain, butterflies. It's not as smooth because I'm broadcasting from my phone to this thing. But, I mean, look, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Different things that you can, like old film effects.
Oh, I love that. I still want to find my old films and like put them on.
Oh, this is new. They've added so much to this.
Wow.
Look at that. Just now we've got, it just overlays a whole freaking lightning storm. Now I can tone that down with this little bar that you see me moving down, so the
like
transparency
lightning.
is there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me actually, I'm going to choose this next one next to it. Wow, I guess they're pretty big. Maybe I won't do that. Let me just choose something simple. I don't want that one. Let's, I don't want to make it rain because it's in the car. Oh, but
It is raining
but hold
outside
on,
now,
hold on,
though.
no. This is something I want to show you. So I will use rain. If you look next on the lower right, there's a little eraser button. It's the mask. So now I can say, don't show the rain
There.
over the car. So now,
Play.
yeah, when I play it, the rain is just outside the car and not in the car.
That's so cool.
All right, I know again the playback isn't smooth. Now let's go back. Now you can do one overlay, but the next thing is elements, and you can keep adding elements onto this, and they've added a ton of different elements. Like for example, we could have a fire, which we can move over here, and now this sign is on fire. Okay, if I click off of that, now there's smoke here. Just put a little subtle smoke effect there.
Very
right?
cool.
Now scroll along here. We've got Christmas decorations, a birthday balloon. So why not? We'll just have that up there in the sky. What else we got? Birthday cake, Black Friday. I don't know why we would have that in there, but okay. See, these are all new. Now see, what I want now is a picture of you, and I want to put that
Oh my heavens.
over your face. Or that one.
I like that one. That's good.
Let's put this here.
What is
Again,
that?
Just fall leaves.
Oh. That'd be
Again-
good for under a tree because we have no fall leaves here.
Trees. Do you see who? Now I see that Loretta is impressed. Who else?
Not a clue about the kick in the floor. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
as well.
that's 20
I'm
minutes
sorry,
ago.
sorry. I'm just looking now.
We got the
Okay.
look
Is
a
it
little.
a banana?
No, it's a like a clay moon. Your favorite style, like Tim Burton.
Oh. That's cute.
Now see, look at that. Isn't that fun?
That's very fun.
So anyway, you can just
Very disturbing if you're driving.
keep adding all these elements. Obviously, they put in a bunch for Halloween. Oh, look at this. Where is it?
Oh,
I
it's
can just barely see it.
Yeah, if you have a dark background, maybe. Oh, that's kind of, it's a silhouette.
Just a subtle little. Now,
It's
okay.
creepy.
So, okay, I've added enough elements. Now, let me show you camera effects. What that does is it allows that sort of movement. So it almost looks like somebody's shooting a video, and there's different degrees of it. So, like one, if you choose one, let's see.
Could you make the road look like it's moving so that the car looks like it's...
All right, so what well, I will show you that. Thank you.
Okay.
So now we've got this sort of in and out kind of zoom. Now let's go back to what she asked about Animate. So now Animate, here it gets a little bit complex, but this is where you can add, like if you've got static pictures of trees, you can add sort of a swaying motion to them. So let's see what we can do with this road. I'm going to use the freeze brush basically so that none of this stuff will move. I'm going to add animation just to the road, but I don't want any of this to get animated, right?
Right.
Okay, so now...
Or the car.
It's little...
The bottom part of the car, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, thank you. Of course. Boy, that would have been...
Anne says, I'm impressed. It looks like a time suck.
It is, right? Hey, look, we've already used up 10 minutes.
Anne's like, I could see myself getting sucked in for hours. Yeah, way fun.
All right, so now that we've gotten that frozen, and I'm just going to use path here.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw like this and
Okay.
hit play. Oops. Now we see the imperfections. Like I need to...
Well, it's raining, so it kind of looks like,
But that
you know.
strip up there at the top, that weird color, that obviously we don't want. But you get the idea how we can... I mean, I guess I won't obsess over it right now.
Well, actually, I think it looks kind of cool. It looks like, you know, the ground is wet. It's like that mirage look when you're driving.
I just didn't take my time. Like, see, like any imperfection there, like that I didn't cover that, you know, it started to cycle a little bit. And I'm not sure where all that pink is coming
I
from.
think it's
but
from there.
let's see.
Try.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening.
Oh,
It's
that's
like we
pretty
got a freaking earthquake.
The ground is opening.
Hey, Leanne. Yes,
love it.
yes, I ran those guys over, and now they're coming back to haunt me in skeletal form. I think loop is new. Oh, we got this whole boomerang thing. Yeah, so this is new. They've added some really cool stuff. All right, so that's one way. Let's play with the water and see if we can actually. What happens
Water.
if we add the water effect?
Can you make it look like like that's a river? Like we're driving.
Yeah,
on
that's
a
that's
boat on a
what
river or
that is
something?
actually what I'm trying to do, but I'm not seeing it here, and I'm not sure why. I think it you can kind of see what it is. Oh boy, these notifications! I freaking turned them off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, but if you had like for example, a picture of a lake or whatever, this finds the water. Though that's why, because it's looking for water. It detects water.
I see.
And it's not detecting water, just like the other one detects the sky.
I see.
So if I had a lake, it would say, "Oh, look, a lake."
I see.
But boy, I cannot. That whole
That's really cool.
opening up I mean, yeah, sure, we did it on purpose. We intended
Right.
to
We
do
meant
that.
to do whatever that was.
All right, so once you're done with it, the upper right hand, now you can export it in a whole bunch of different ways. You can create live wallpaper with it. If you've got an iPhone, you can create an animated GIF file, and obviously it will loop, and you can change the aspect ratio and the whole thing, right? And then export, and now, just like those other programs, you've got a GIF file that you can send to friends and family, post on Instagram videos. Folks, it's just
It's way
amazing.
fun. Can we let it snow in Vegas? Well, it did actually snow for 2 days last year, which
I
was
know, it
really
was
super
great.
cool. My kids had a snow day, which was fun. Wait, we have a GIF here, but it won't play because it's on the.
Watch party, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It's just
We'll play later.
It's just Patrick.
I love SpongeBob's like one of my favorite.
Let me see if since we got a little bit of time, I'll create a new project, and I'm gonna just and Tracy, you just look. Here's water in this picture. We can see how
yeah.
it does. All right, this is an experiment, a live
All right.
experiment. Now this picture, I actually used this program to create a background for a lot of our videos, and adding the animated elements. So let's just see what happens when I click on water.
Does it automatically find it? Is the question. I think it does.
I'm not seeing anything.
Well, and it's still looping.
No. It should be.
Oh.
Yeah, it should be. I don't. Is that choosing water or is that exclude? Oh wait.
I think that's excluding it.
This should be what water is. I'm just gonna quickly play with it. Define water, maybe,
Sure.
and then. Come on now.
Maybe. Is it working?
I don't see it working. I've had it work. Well, there. Okay. It must be opposite. If you zoom right in, you can see that this is actually moving.
Working.
So it's like almost in reverse. So I masked it incorrectly.
So can you go back? You can go back right there.
So
You
it
can
should
do an
be
undo.
undo. Brushstroke. Oh boy, this is taking too long. There.
You just
So
start over.
So what was it then?
So you have to undo. Yeah, there you go. Okay. and
Sorry,
then-
everybody, but hey,
What?
no, it's the other way.
play-
It's the other way. Well, Terry, that is the app.
Pixaloop.
You found it. So
Well,
wait,
no, she found that because she's on Android too. Terry's on Android.
In Light Pixaloop is this app.
Oh.
So look up in light.
Oh, well, that's goofy. Well, now why wouldn't... Okay, this... Hello, Google Play Store or whatever. That is not okay. I should be able to type Pixel Loop and have the dang thing pop up.
That's right. I agree.
I'm not happy with that.
Well, let's see what happens. So you're going to be happy if you get to get this app.
Yeah, Pixel Motion Loop is really cool, but let me look and see if we have the other.
It does a great job of sky here.
Let's see.
Boy, something is weird about this one.
Light.
I've masked this thing weird. I'm going to
Pixel Loop.
start up. You guys, you have to get this.
It's not popping up on mine. Terry, I don't know. Oh,
In light.
No, wait, I spelled it right.
Pixel Loop. Yeah, you did.
It's not popping up.
That's
weird.
Oh, there it is. Pro and Light Pixel Loop. And Light Pixel. It just took a while.
It comes up photo guide.
Photo. Well, that's no. I don't think that's it.
Oh, Inlight. This one?
In Light. Yeah. Photo Animator Free Assistant. 1.9. Well, I think that's it. Totally, Google Play is fried. Terry says.
Yeah, fried. Fired. No, she said fired.
What?
Fired.
Ugh.
You're fired.
I cannot read my eyes. They
Yes.
don't work.
You have your glasses on.
Time for some ice water.
Do you know the coffee? Although it's
Yeah, it's gone.
gone. That was quick.
Except for, well, I like coffee.
I
like
know
tea.
you love coffee.
I like my Java Jive and it likes me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Otherwise, I'd keep going in an obnoxious way.
And a very cute obnoxious.
All right, again, remember the apps that we've chosen to share with you today are Focos, F-O-C-O-S, which simulates the depth of field effect and many others on your two-dimensional or images that you take within the app.
Correct.
Those, Jibjab, G-I-F-G-A-B.
See if I can search for a GIF.
Look
Well,
at
that does appear
let's-
to be no, wait,
No.
Jibjab.
No.
GIF. Well, there's
Well,
GIF
funny
make.
personalized GIF maker looks like that's what they're trying to do.
There's that one. GIF maker, GIF editor,
Yeah,
video maker.
but I don't see the fade. You want stuff with face. Me no talk. Can't words.
I cannot words.
Cannot words. I can't words. There's gonna be something like it. Hopefully,
Anyway.
if nothing else, we've inspired you to go search
Right.
your favorite app store for something similar.
Play, have fun.
Exactly, because the
As
GIF
Ann
Jab
said,
stuff.
just waste a ton of time just playing. It's
When
it's good fun.
every single time I send a GIF Jab birthday greeting with my face, like giving them a present, and they're popping out of a cake, it's off the charts, you guys. You have to do it just for that, if for no other reason. I only wish, my one complaint with that program is that you can't remove the GIF Jab watermark. Like when you render the video or the GIF file, it's going to say GIF Jab in the lower right hand corner. Now, if you know what you're doing, you can use other apps to put something on top of it so it's hidden or whatever.
That's it. Give them credit.
That's it. I know.
I mean, it's all about branding.
I know, but I'd rather
Sharing the love.
Did you see
Some
how?
people would go like, "Oh, that's so cool. Where did you get that?" And then they go, "Oh, there's the Jibjab logo."
I know. We'll see, but what if you want people to think that you just did it yourself, that you're that clever? Like, how did they do that? Now they know it's an app.
I see.
I always like to remove the watermark because it's like there's a lot that's unimpressive when you just realize, oh, it's an app. They just clicked a button. No big deal. But whatever. I'm happy to give. I just talked about them. And
You did.
I just talked about them.
Yeah.
So I'm
And we have
clearly
no
not.
affiliates, Sandy.
That's yeah. I don't know how to do that.
No, that's all right. We're good. We're just
Oh, I see. I
sharing
turned
what
off
we love.
notification previews. So I'm getting all these notifications with no information. I just want to turn off notifications in general, but I don't know how to do that without... Now, here I am. I just talked up the great of iPhone and why you need to get it, and now I'm complaining about how I can't turn off notifications. Let's
Yep.
face it, guys. Both of them have their issues.
It's true.
And I'm just, I just jumped on Apple version 1.
Yeah.
You just stick with it.
I've been an Android user always.
And yet somehow...
And somehow opposites attract. I don't know.
We just learn to get along.
Which is interesting because I have a Mac and he has a PC.
Isn't that funny?
It is pretty funny. Ironically funny.
And I would never go to a Mac.
And well, I used to have PC, so
Right.
I can't say I would never. And I'm actually in
She's at the crossroads.
right now looking at a new computer, deciding whether I'm gonna go PC or Mac. And phone choices.
Let the wars begin.
Right. The next step is, okay, new phone. If I go Mac?
You want to go iPhone.
Yeah. I want to go iPhone because that makes sense. But, I just spent hours dealing with an Apple issue just on Friday. So I'm not really convinced that that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll report back.
I cannot wait.
Everybody's
I cannot
edge of their
wait.
seats.
That's
just
right.
cannot
So
wait.
be sure to subscribe
Right.
and click the bell and click find or notify or whatever in Facebook.
Something.
Let's
Yeah, that.
check out your comments, see who's here. We do have someone, Leanne, okay, is over in,
Oh, my sister and Ellen. Yay.
see, so again, another Android, iOS crossover in relationship.
Right.
It's
And
not
it
just
still
us.
works, so...
Yeah, somehow it works because we both secretly go, ours is better. We have our own secret little, well, that's cool, but mine's way better.
Do you do that?
Of course. I just did it right. I just flaunted it. Look at these 3 apps that you can't have. I know how cool they are.
Yes. I'm sure there's other apps on here that are just as cool.
Nope.
I'm sure of it.
Nope.
I'm sure of it. I just haven't had the time to play.
Well, see, if you're an Apple user, you have all sorts of time
Time to
because it makes your life so efficient. Android's like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and iPhone's like, I've got a schedule and I'm keeping to it.
Well, Apple
Because it's
just
gonna
spent
remind me.
hours on Friday
My phone
just
is-
trying to get photos from one thing to another. And
That's-
you think it would be easy, but no, you have to put an Apple ID into everything you do with a two something verification and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, I was on the phone. It was crazy.
I absolutely cannot argue with any of that. That is
it was total
all
and
there-
I had to have the device. I couldn't just do it online. I had to blah. Anyway, fun.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think you just beat me down to the ground with that one because that
It's
is where
true.
Apple just absolutely is. It's unacceptable
It's unacceptable.
that it is so freaking difficult to
Yep.
get anything done. And if you, God forbid, you should ever change your Apple ID anywhere in your history. I bought all these songs 8 years ago, but it's another. What's the password? I don't know. Well, how can we recover it? Well, what email address? It's AOL. It doesn't exist anymore.
AOL still exists, just I don't know anybody that
I've
uses it.
watched this happen
Yeah,
in real life.
it's true.
It's the worst.
It's true.
It's like, and then when iTunes was where everything was required that you had to plug your phone in and iTunes and that whole thing.
Well,
was
that
like,
was part of the issue, was that in order to do the photo thing, I had to do some login with iTunes, and I couldn't get it to work because I didn't have the iPad that all this stuff was. I mean, it was not okay.
It's not okay. The more devices you have, the more. Ugh.
Yeah, that was it. And I didn't even realize, because I was being billed for some subscription stuff that my daughter thought was free, and then of course they started billing me. And I literally had to figure out which device it was on. I couldn't just go to my account and cancel it.
And what happened?
Miracles happen. So the girl that I spoke with at Apple, her name was Miracle, and she literally was a miracle.
And you made it happen.
She was
That's
lovely.
Tracy for you,
so the
ladies and
couple
gentlemen.
hours that I spent talking to her was actually enjoyable, but the whole process with Apple was just ridiculous.
Yeah, there's hours of your life wasted.
Yep.
And I see that Face is with us. He has an Android, but he's still enjoying this. And, well, you should, because we just gave you every reason to be happy with your decision, all right?
Earthlink!
Earthlink. Well, I had MindSpring before it was Earthlink.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that's fun.
My very first one was... I'll never remember it.
My first one was AOL.
I did not ever have AOL.
I
I
had
never in my life had an AOL address.
Yeah.
And I never will.
AOL and Yahoo. And then Gmail.
Yahoo, that was a thing. Remember? I think it is still.
It is
I remember
still a
when
thing.
you would go to Yahoo to search for things,
Yeah.
and it would come up, and it was like, look, things, links were cool. Like, web pages had a links section of just links that the person who had the web page thought were cool.
It's true.
All right, everyone. Well, that's a
All
wrap.
right.
We've told you about a lot of things to do, links to click in the comments. Scroll back if you came in late because there's things happening in 30 minutes from now that I have to change shirts for.
Yes.
So we're going to do that, and we will see you next Wednesday, 8 a.m. Well, we'll see you before that because that's how we roll. Because it's the Bob Doyle Show.